there, this is Ananya and today we are back with another game in Python. Now we will be building off of the knowledge that we got in the last Pygame lecture, and it's time we start off with very simple games, and today's the day we start off with a snake game. So I'm just gonna show you all how to do various things and add sounds and just see how bad I'm at playing games. And trust me, I told my mother to play this game and her score was way better than mine was. So that's how bad I am at it. So this is basically it. See, you can see it's just 2. My score is just 2 and I'm pretty bad at it, trust me. But let's get to coding right now. The coding is way more important. So why not just concentrate on that, and then we'll try and improve my gaming skills, which I doubt will ever improve. All right, so again, let's get started off with the basics. You have import Pygame, time, and random. Time, I'm not sure if I've used that, but we'll see. Next, you have to initialize it. I'm not going through the basics because we've done all of that, but let's look at this line. This is where I'm basically getting in the sound. You have different types. That is, you have a sound and a music. They're both different, but this time you only need a short sound. And make sure it's in the .wav file because that's the most convenient one. Now you say pygame.mixer.sound and the path. Now it's preferable if you have it in the same folder. So just in case to be safe. Now you have all the colors that you need. I just took in some random basic colors. We have some variables initialized here that is necessary. We added in the background image. We put that up. We named our screen. We took the size and all of that. We know it. Now score will basically be your global value. I am actually displaying scores twice, that is after the game and during the game too. So I have taken 2 different variables for the scores. This is basically for the one that goes on throughout the game. Next, we display the snake size. Now, this is a very crucial part because you need to set this straight. Otherwise, you are basically not going to get the food and the snake in the same position. Next, you have the speed. See how low I have kept it at, like almost 5. Because, as I mentioned, I am bad, really bad at gaming. And forgive me. And we have an empty list that will track the snake coordinates. So we say track snake and the list to it. Now this is your score. Basically, you are just printing it here. Okay, so you give the type of it, the size, the font, and next you say score font dot render, which will render it for you on the screen. And you give the string format of the score because it's obviously not going to print in teachers for you. And that's it. We know what blit does. You give it the position and whatever it is that you want to print. Next, let us actually come to the main function, that is snake game. I'll come back to what this function does pretty soon. Now, snake game, you have to have 2 variables, over and end. End basically closes it for you, and over will show you. I'll show it to you, all right? Let's not confuse you now. So I'm going to give an initial position to the snake that is exactly at the middle of the screen, so X and Y. And we obviously have to keep incrementing the value, or rather say the length of it. So the position or for the movement will become X new and Y new. Everything's set to 0 for now. And next, why do I have track snake here again? Anyway, we have the initial length set to 1. That is just 1 block. Now these are your food coordinates, X and Y. Again, I'll come back to that. Let me just go a little stepwise. So we need to give 2 while loops. So while not over and while end is equal to true. So while not over is basically false, so it is true. And next, what we basically do is, if during let's say, this function, the main function, initially end is not true, right? So this entire block is basically not executed. So while not over, it directly comes to this for loop. So for event in pygame.event.get, again, we know what events do. If in case you're clicking the square, not the square, I'm so sorry, the cross button on top, it'll basically exit it and make over is equal to true. Next, remember we were operating the keys of the keyboard. So you've got these inbuilt key movements that will track your key pushes, let's say. So up, down, left, and right. So what you basically do is, so you check event.type if it's equal to pygame.key down. Now, if event.key is pygame.k left, if that is the case, make the snake go down. So down, sorry, I'm so sorry, not down, to the left. Now the left direction and the upper direction will basically be negative. And we remember these physics stuffs that we have learned long back, right? Anti-gravity and stuff. So whatever goes up will be negative. Basically applying the same logic. And x, in case of left and right, you have to change the x coordinates, the new x coordinates. And in case of up and down, you will change the y coordinates, right? That's pretty simple. And next, what if the original values either go beyond the screen or they're less than that? So basically, if the snake touches or crosses rather the border of your screen, the game will end. Okay. Otherwise, you simply overwrite the original values of x and y, and that's basically it. Here we are adding the background image. And okay, now this is a new shape for us. Last time we had dealt with circles. Now this is a rectangle. Obviously, you need to have the root or the screen, the color, and this is your food rectangles, all right? And your x and y coordinates, and wherever you exactly want the position to be in. So you have your position and the size of it, all right? And next, what you want to do is you have to keep track of the snake head. So what it does is, in a list snake head, it'll append the values of x and y. And now this list in itself gets appended to track snake. Remember the empty list that we had taken? So you have, let's say, separate coordinates as list inside a list. Okay, so you have a list of lists holding the coordinates of each position the snake is at each interval of time. All right, so this is basically it. And next, what you want to do is, if if the length exceeds let's say a certain value, then what we have to do is delete the 0th position. Okay, end game if the snake length exceeds. And next, what you have to do is, what if the snake comes in contact with itself again. Okay, for example, it becomes really long and it just circles around itself. In that case, we've got to end it too. Okay, remember we used to play it in our cells long back. I don't know if you have experienced it in those cellular phones. Okay, we used to play this game, and now we are building it. It's pretty interesting. And okay, so for IN, you basically go up to the end, list concepts, list -1. And if I is equal to snake head, okay, that's it. It's coming in contact, you end it. Otherwise, what you do is you call the snake function. Now remember, I had left this for some time. Let's go back to it. There you go. You have the snake. So what it is doing is, you're basically drawing the head of the snake. Again, this is a rectangle and you have your positions, right? And the size of it. And you keep drawing it according to whatever position is there in this track snake list. And I think that's it. Yeah. And this is increase length. Okay, that's a crucial part. You have to increase the length as and when the snake can eat the food. So you put this condition: if x is equal to the food of x and y is food y, then make sure these values are exactly equal to the size of your head. okay, the snake head. So basically you're creating random numbers. So random.rand range, ranging from 0 up to the width, okay, width of, let's say it was 600 minus the snake size. So let's say 600 minus 10, which is basically going to give you 590, right? Now 590 divided by 10 is going to give you 59, and again into 10. You have to be very, very careful with this. Otherwise, you basically, the snake is never going to eat the food because it's never going to come in exact contact, or let's say the coordinates are never going to be the same. And I had faced this issue, right? So this is something you need to take care of. And next you increment the length. And whenever the length gets incremented, this is what I'm doing. So whenever it eats it, I'm playing the sound which I stored in 8. And we know what clock.tick does, and all of this is normal, and we are calling our main function here. Now let's again have a quick play, and y'all enjoy how bad I am at it. Okay. All right. God bless me. Let's begin now. Okay. Okay, this was easy. Could you all hear the sound? I'm not sure. Let me try that again. Okay, I hope y'all heard it because the speakers are a little away from where I'm recording it. And that's basically it, okay? And I'm going to just try and purposely go to the end of the screen, and there you go. How do I manage missing it out every single time? Oh God, okay. All right, now I'm going to end it, okay? There you go. So you see your score is 4, and sadly you lost, and you hit R to replay. Now, let me just quickly show this to you all. I guess I missed this out. Okay, remember these key built-in movements that we were saying? Similarly, you just say key underscore R. If that's the case, you'd simply restart it. Okay, here you go. If event.key is pygame.k of R, then you restart snake game. All right, this is all about it. I'm bad. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at playing, but still, I will be providing the code to you all and every necessary sound and picture that you all will need to recreate this. I hope you all enjoyed, and we're moving ahead with Pygame. Stay tuned. I'll come up with more interesting stuff as soon as I can. Bye-bye. I'll see you all soon.